one, action! Alright, hi everybody, Yegi here and Jackie. We want to welcome her with a big round of applause for coming down and making it with us. So I want to just introduce her briefly and I'll let her tell us her story. But Jackie is a lash artist and she's one of our top ambassadors. I wanted to invite her so we can all get to know her a lot better and share her story and her success with us.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you
so tell
much.
us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Jackie. I'm from Covina, California. I've been a lash tech for about 2.5 years now. I was an at-home mom, stay-at-home mom.
Oh my gosh.
I wanted kind of a job where I can do something from home and be with my baby, but I never thought about lashes until stumbling across your videos, and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. So that's kind of really how everything started, and yeah, it's been 2.5 years since then.
That's great. So what's one advice that you have for somebody who's starting out new? So either they're thinking about taking a class or they're like, I'm just gonna watch videos and learn on my own. What's one challenge that you had that you overcame that you can advise people who are starting out?
Okay, so definitely research the training or the course that you're going to be looking into. The course that I took wasn't so good. And that left me really lost in the beginning, and I feel like if you're doing that, you're almost setting yourself up to maybe fail or not be as good as you can.
Just take my class. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. Start with the Yegi class. Exactly. And then again, really when I found your videos from there, that was really where I felt like, okay, I'm learning something. I'm able to take what she's saying and apply this, and I started seeing improvement in my own work. So definitely starting with a really good training right at the beginning is really going to set you up.
And practice some more.
Yeah, you can't just take the class and be amazing right away. That's impossible.
Yeah, no one is.
You can't expect that.
How long do you think it takes you to get good enough to take clients? Because that's what a lot of people do ask.
I think the thing for this is I feel like there's not really a set answer for everybody just because everybody's different. It depends if you're putting in the work, like Yegi's saying, practice. If you're not putting in that work, it can take you maybe 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
If you're practicing every single day, by week, you're going to see those improvements. That's what I've noticed.
Exactly. Yes, I've seen people that get improve within a month or two, and they're really, really good. It's almost like supernatural to them.
Yeah.
But it's not because it's natural to them. It's actually because they are practicing every single day. And then versus people who practice on one person and then they'll take a break or they'll get frustrated or they only practice on a mannequin head. I guess that leads to another question. Did you find initially practicing on a dolly head versus a live model any different?
Yes, it is a lot different. I feel like the mannequin is a really good start. Absolutely. It's the best way to start before you get on a live model. But really what I found was just jumping in and just really working on live models as much as I could.
Right?
Made me as best as I could be as quickly as possible. And then if you don't always have somebody available, that's not always something that you can do at the beginning. So then in those meantime, using their head.
Yes, but some things that we can all do to spread the word to be able to get live models is social media, right? There's so many people that want lashes now, especially if they're going to get free lashes for you to practice. And we shouldn't be scared to practice because we can use the remover and remove them, right?
Definitely.
So I think that's the main thing is to just really kind of put that out there and get whoever, to volunteer to practice on to get better. How long do you think it took you to do your very first full set? Because I know people get scared and they hesitate. They're like, oh, it's taking me so long to do a full set. Is something wrong with me? But
yeah, I feel like that's really normal. My first set was literally about 6.5 hours, and I even continued the next day. It was on my poor sister. She was my guinea pig. But that was my first set, and then from there I got down to 5 hours and 4 hours, and now I'm down to about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Which
so,
is great, and it's
I mean,
average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, after 2.5 years, I still, take my time. I'm trying to find ways to be faster. We always want to be as fast as possible, but I feel like with practice, that comes naturally anyways.
It does. Honestly, what I found is with timing, sometimes, so two things that helps, obviously practice to get better and faster, but one other thing that helps a lot is just kind of putting a limit on yourself. So what I would do when I was practicing to get faster, because I wanted to maximize my time and money, I have X amount of hours, I want to take as many clients as possible. So what I was doing is I was putting a timer on my phone.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and just like subconsciously seeing it next to me, kind of like ticking, it was forcing me to go fast. Like, go, and I would literally just lash so much faster because it was like ticking. So that's what I advise everybody to kind of try to do when I'm training them.
Yes.
But if you have a goal, even if it's, I think the most hour and 45 minutes if you're like super fast, right? And if somebody doesn't have a crazy amount of lashes, so I don't think
that makes a big difference too.
It really does. I don't think anybody should really try to have a crazy time of 1 hour for a full set, because again, quality over quantity. But also keeping in mind to practice to get faster, because I feel like that's why I build my clientele really quickly in the beginning, because not a lot of people were doing it too when I started, but also whoever would come to me, they were like, oh my god, you're so fast, I just come in and out, I take a nap, and it's fun. It's not like I don't feel like I'm laying there for hours. So definitely that's a great point. Like practice on your timing.
Yes, using your tape too can be your best friend sometimes with pulling back the layers and doing inner corners and things like that. That has helped me get faster too. But
what's your favorite tape to use?
I just end up getting the Next Care one. Honestly, you can get it on the Yegis.
The blue one, the sensitive one.
Sensitive skin tape. That's always my go-to, honestly.
Same.
And then to pull back, just using one of the normal iPads.
Okay.
That way it doesn't really pull the lashes out when you go to remove them. Because I know that's kind of scary too.
Yeah, it is. But I found that actually the sensitive tape does help a lot with not pulling and having, like, holding down the lashes. But if you peel it off slowly, it doesn't get stuck. So. But I've had some horror stories with regular tape. So definitely be careful with the tape you use, guys, for lashes. Make sure you're using sensitive tape.
For sure.
Alright, so jumping into another question to get to know you a little bit more, what is another passion that you have? Maybe something that a lot of people don't know about you.
Well, I'm a mom, so my kids,
you're a hot mama.
Definitely. Thank you very much. You too, by the way. My kids, they're really what kind of motivates me every day to.
How many kids do you have?
I have, so young and tiny. I'm 29, but I have a daughter and I have a stepson who's 7. My daughter will be 4 this weekend on Saturday. It's her birthday.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Alexander just turned half a year old today.
Oh, that's so sweet. It goes by really quick.
It really does.
So fast. It's crazy. But yeah, they're really my passion. So every day,
so cute.
Thank you. Yeah, there'll be certain days. There's days for every mom where it's hard to maybe get up and want to, have to do the things that we have to do every day. But when you think about your kids and, it just gives you.
You have no choice in a way.
You don't have a choice. But I don't know, for me it gives me just a reason to obviously think of new ideas of what I want to do with, either my businesses or things like that.
Harder,
always
so they can have a better future too.
Exactly. I feel like if I wasn't a mom, I would still be doing what I'm doing, but maybe not so fast paced, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I would kind of be taking more of my time with it. So yeah, they really, really help me.
That's great. Yeah, they force you to be a better planner.
Yes. I want to know more about kind of what got you into lashing, and then from transitioning to lashing into making your own products, and kind of what inspired you to do that?
Yeah, so initially what got me into lashing, so just quick summary is I always loved the beauty industry, right? But I had very like old school mentality parents, and or just in general a lot of people look down on beauty industry or people who want to get into beauty, so it was never really like an option in my head that it could be a full-on career. It was always just for fun. And I should still go to school, get my bachelor's degree or get my master's degree, you know, have the 9 to 5, all that good stuff. But then I applied for a job. I actually got denied a job opportunity, and I was moving up within the company I was working at, and it was a really high position, like managing actually professors and college students.
Wow,
so
cool. Yeah.
so it was a pretty up there position, but they thought I wasn't ready for it, which I was ready, and I was like, I'm ready to manage people. They basically denied it, and I got mad. Like,
understandable.
I was like, what do you mean? I can do it. Like, give me a chance. You know, if nobody gives you a chance, how are you gonna learn or like do something greater, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait for anybody to give me an opportunity to like be a manager or be, you know, climb up the ladder. I'm like, I'm just gonna create my own, right? I'm gonna give myself the CEO title.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, let's start my own business. But what do I do, right? And that's when I remembered, okay, well, I love the beauty industry. Let me get into beauty. And initially I started off with like a full service salon, but but then we were doing a lot of different services, and nothing else was really like sticking, and lashes just took off. I was like, oh yeah, and I loved it, and I couldn't live with that, like having them on me, like even until today I haven't had a break from them ever. Like if all of them. Yeah, if all of them fall off, they go right back on. That's the only reason why I'll have them off is if I haven't had time to maintain. So that's kind of how I got into it, and slowly like stopped doing any other services, because initially I was doing hair and all that stuff. So I just focused on lashes, and it took off. Then it came to a point where I was fully booked and the salon was fully booked. I was like, okay, well, what's next? What can I do? And so then it just kind of that idea came along of the product line. And I was like, well, let's do it. And and started. It grew from there, and there's always so much room to grow. You know, like I feel like any stage we're at, we always, a lot of entrepreneurs want to grow, you know, so they're like, now we're at a different level, trying to grow bigger with the company and with all our partners. So that's the goal for this year, is to actually work closer together with other people as well.
That's so awesome. Yeah, that was something I was wondering, because I mean, I can't imagine, you know, not using your products and not, you know what I mean? You were such a big part of my last journey. So so I'm grateful for your ideas and
thank you. Well, I'm grateful to have you, because I can't do it alone. You know, it takes an army. It really does. But I'm looking forward to working closer and closer with ambassadors this year. So
definitely.
You'll be hearing a lot more from us.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Okay, so what is your favorite Yegi product?
Oh, okay.
If you were to pick one.
Okay, only one. If I could only pick one, I would say, okay, I have to pick two.
Okay, fine.
Because I have to. I can't choose. So definitely either the Mega Hold adhesive, only because it has such a wide humidity range. It's 30 to 70%, which in my experience, just where I live, my humidity is all over the place. And of course in winter it's a lot drier. In summer it's a lot more humid, and that's just my one go-to glue that I know
is gonna work. It's not gonna fail you.
Yes, I've had you know, glues in the past before I found yours where it was just like, maybe if it was a day the humidity wasn't right, it was upsetting.
How do you feel about humidifiers and dehumidifiers? Do you measure your room humidity? Do you use that, or?
I use the hygrometer. I do measure my room humidity. As far as the humidifier, I have one. Sometimes I use it, but I notice with this glue,
I
don't need to.
Yeah.
If I happen to forget to turn it on one day, because that does happen, I don't really even notice a difference, to be honest. And then as long as I'm going in with a good lash bath and my primer and everything, it sticks so well. It's like a magnet, and it's amazing. So, and the retention, of course, is really, really good.
Thank you.
And then my second favorite is the cleanser. So the cleansing kit, it comes with a brush. That one's my favorite just because it's really gentle, but also very good at removing what doesn't need to be there.
Have you noticed that with makeup? Have you used it with people that have makeup? Does it remove a lot of the hard makeup? Because now a lot of the makeups are so like long lasting.
Exactly.
Does it work for you to remove all of that? Actually, I think until today I've pretty much still use a because I made it a habit to use a makeup wipe and then use the cleanser on top of it. I don't think for a long time I've tried to use it just on
just
makeup.
Just going straight in. See, I just go straight in
and it works
the cleanser,
so well.
and it works really, really well. Everything, you just see everything melting away. And honestly, even when I don't have extensions on, I use it to remove my makeup anyways. So when I have on waterproof liner or mascara, things like that, again, even when I don't have the extensions, it works really well to remove all that.
Yeah.
But it's really gentle too, where it doesn't like burn your eyes or get them red or irritated.
Yeah, it can actually go in your eyes and not cause any irritation. It doesn't sting. So that's my favorite part.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
That's always the part when with your clients you're just kind of holding your breath and you're like, oh, I have to go in her eye.
Yeah. And then back to your question about removing, those long-wearing makeup products. It does a really good job at that. When I use it with the little micro swabs for a lash bath, it just removes everything really well. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite. It keeps the lashes fluffy. Yeah, it's amazing.
So what's your next goal? Like what's next for you, for Pretty Babe?
Well, definitely doing some type of product line and then opening up like a shop, doing kind of like you were saying, a full service salon or something of that nature.
Other lash artists.
Exactly. So that's
Are you ready to manage people?
Yeah, I think so. My mom skills and mixed with my kind of what I've learned on the lash side. Yeah, I feel like that's the next goal for sure.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see you there, and we can have another conversation in a year or so, and see where how far you got. That's always exciting to see people's progress. Actually, it's so motivating to me when I see other people's progress. So it just kind of also kicks me in the butt that I have to also work harder, right?
Yes, definitely.
And that's the best advice I can give people too. When you see other people doing more or succeeding, look at it as a way to get motivated and do more yourself instead of feeling like, oh my god, I'm not doing enough, or oh, they're, or envy. I don't know, I feel like the negative emotions really hold us back instead of using that as a motivator and be like, oh my god, how awesome, look what she's doing. I should now do this and that, right? So
yeah, definitely, I agree.
It's in the attitude. I feel like a lot of the times when I follow with people and I see the people that do end up becoming successful, a huge portion that it plays is their attitude and their mentality. So that's a good mentality.
Yeah, having that positive outlook, it really does help. I've noticed seeing things in a way where instead of in that mentality of thinking, I'm never gonna get that done, how is that possible? Thinking to yourself, I can do this, I will get there. That really helps.
And strive for progress. That's my thing too.
Little goals at a time.
Exactly. As long as there's progress, I'm good. Because if you sometimes think too much for the long run or big picture, you get stressed out and then it never happens. Yeah. So progress is good.
Little by little goals, and you'll get there.
Okay, so what's your last word you want to share before we sign off?
I just want to say thank you to you for, again, just being such a big part of my lash journey, and, from going again from applying to the ambassador program and now being here with you. It's just been such a long.
Well, everybody, make sure you follow her. Go get your lashes done by her if you're near Covina. She's great. You'll be seeing more from her as we partner up more with the Ambassador Program. Thank you for watching. Again, Yegi and Jacqueline, we'll link her information below. Make sure to support her. We really want to create a community of lash boss queens so we can all help each other grow. So if you're also interested in the Ambassador Program, make sure you email partners@yegibeauty.com or fill out an application online at yegibeauty.com. Wow, that totally sounds like an ad. Well, anyways, peace out.
Okay.
Bye.